Do. Hey, do I look like Belle Daikokuten? Do I have a cape, red hair? No? I tried. I really tried. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new, and if you're new, please subscribe, like this video, and share this video. Also follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. Links are all in the description down below. And for today's video, we are going to review the most hyped Beyblade right now. That's right, this is the most hyped Beyblade right now. It's the new season's protagonist, Beyblade. Yeah, it's Dynamite Belial. Look at that. Oh, by the way, I'm in high mode. And that is the Big Bang armor. The reason why the Big Bang's armor is there is because I just want to show off that this ugly gap is actually the most, what do you call this? You can do a lot of things with this gap right here, and the evolution parts are gonna attach there, so yeah. You can put a lot of things like the Phoenix armor, Big Bang armor, the infinite swords and shields. I'll make a separate video for all the things that you can probably do with this. But for now, let's start with the weight. Why are we gonna start with the weight? They told us that this is 13 grams lighter than the Superking base. And the basis for the Superking Beyblade's weight is Tempest Dragon, which is the heaviest. So let's check. That's 77.7. Let's see if it's 13 grams lighter. 64.7 on the dot. It's 13 grams lighter. But the thing is, that weight is actually still heavier than some of the Sparking base. In fact, the only Sparking base that's heavier than this is Rage, Brave, the 3 Limit Break System base, Variant Lucifer, Infinite Achilles, and World is, I think, the same weight. Am I right? Oh yeah, World is also heavier. And the rest is just lighter. The single chassis one, the Super Hyperion, King Helios, Mirage Fafnir, all of them are lighter. So when they said it was going to be light, I thought it was going to be like GT light. But no, it's actually still heavy. That's why in battles, if you've seen some battles in YouTube by other Baytubers, this is actually doing pretty well because it can stand on its own. It's heavy. After that, let's look at the box. Actually like the box. I do like the design of the Sparking boxes, but the smaller they are, the better for them to be kept or transported. So yeah, I like the small boxes. They're more compact. So there's Belle Daikokuten. Everybody, most of the people I'm seeing on YouTube that are not Japanese are having a hard time pronouncing his surname, as well as Dynamite Belial. Yeah, for me it's Belial and Daikokuten. Here are the parts. Probably already have seen that with other Baytubers, but this is the most interesting part right here. These are the 3 upgrade parts that's gonna come from Fafnir, Valkyrie, and Spriggan. And you know why Longinus' part is not shown? I'll tell you later. But as you can see, these 2 attachments are gonna be sandwiched in this big gap right here. That's where they're gonna be placed. And this is going to be placed in here. So now let's break it apart. Let's start with the driver right away. This is a very good driver. The reason why is because it's pretty balanced. It has defense, and it can make your Beyblade go upright if in case it's been tipped over or get off balance by an attack. It's a plastic tip surrounded by a red rubber tip, as you can see. So in case it tilts, it will be aggressive, it will move fast, but also the more important thing is it will make the Beyblade go upright again. So yeah, you have aggressiveness, it's good attack, you have some movement, speed, but at the end of the day, you want your Beyblade to remain upright and spinning in case you do not get a KO or a burst. So it's a really good driver. And I don't know if the attachment of Valkyrie might slide through here or in this rivet part, but yeah. Eventually, the Valkyrie part will wrap around it. Next is the Nexus Disk. It is quite tall on this part. The reason for this is so that these can actually reach the teeth in low mode. Because in low mode, the chip is placed higher over the blade, so this is necessary for it to reach it. But this does produce a gap. Now, what is something I've noticed with this disc is that if the Spriggan part and the Valkyrie part is gonna attach here, look at these part. It's like a frame can be placed here, not the usual frame, but if the Spriggan part is like a frame, then most likely this part right here would lock it, because the Fafnir part is gonna wrap around here and clip onto the underneath the blade part. And if you look underneath here, there are actually some grooves here, which I think would also lock in. Can you see? Can also lock in the Valkyrie part. Crazy, right? There. So that's the space where the Valkyrie part is gonna go in. It's gonna cover this entire area of the disc. Now, how heavy is this? I've already weighed it, but I'll just show you. It's as heavy as my heaviest wheel. Almost. So 30.9. This is my heaviest wheel. 30.8. Okay, so they're almost the same weight. Therefore, if you just want to maintain the weight of Belial and give it more LAD, you can still use wheel. Wheel is still very good. Although the other disc, the Giga disc from Cyclone Ragnarok, is like 2 to 3 grams heavier and has good LAD as well, then maybe that would be better, but it's up to more testing to find out. But yeah, wheel is still good. Now, for those who are wondering, can this be used on limit break systems? Yes, it can still be used, but the problem is you won't be able to lock the gimmick because it's always going to be pressing on the locking notch. So you can use it, but you can't use the limit break ability. Oh yeah, this is left spin. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There. So, ooh, it locked. Oh, there. That was a fluke. It locked and unlocked. So you can use it. If it's legal in tournaments, I do not know. Probably not, because it's not meant to be used with the limit break base. If you're wondering if this can be used here, it cannot, because this is too thick. So one thing to take note again with this disc is that, you know what you hated? Remember when, remember the 12 disc? You know why people hated it? Not only because it's not competitive and it's too light, but because of the sharp part, it damages Beyblade. This too can damage Beyblades, and I don't know if it's safe to scoop it up when you're picking the Beyblade while it's still spinning. This might hurt you, so be careful with this. I was really having a hard time to decide whether to put the stickers because I like the gold, black, and white color. But yeah, for you guys, I put the stickers. Hooray! So this is the high mode. So there's the gap. That's where you're gonna put the 2 attachment. And what I get whenever I hold this Beyblade is, you know that toy that we throw up in the air and has a heavy metal part at the bottom, and then whenever it falls, it's standing because of the weight underneath and everything on top is light. It's like, yeah, whatever. But you just throw it up and then it's heavy, so it remains standing. As well as those inflatables where you punch them and there's water underneath and they remain standing. That's what I get with this. That's the principle of having lower weight distribution. So since everything is underneath, it gives it that defense to actually make it harder to be knocked out and to keep it standing, because every time something is top heavy, it's easier to tilt them or destabilize them. So the principle of this is that you put all the weight underneath and then you make the top lighter, which then leads to being balanced. You don't get tipped over. Every time you get hit, you don't tip over. Now this is probably the best looking mode, low mode, simply because the gold is showing, and with this mode, all of the weight is underneath. This is harder to tip over compared to the tall mode, the high mode. So out of the two, this would probably be better in terms of stamina, being upright, and defensive as well. Plus, since it's too low, the attacks, it doesn't have good upper attack. Yeah. Although, these contact points are going to produce some major recoil. So in high mode, this would reach the layers of other base more. In low mode though, this could also hit the... what? The double chassis. Beyblades that has double chassis, this would hit it. So, having said that, is it good for attack? It is an attack type, you know, but it has, since it has low center of weight distribution, it's also good for defense. Probably if you use this combo with a rounder ring, like Cyclone Ragnarok, yeah, that would be crazy for defense and stamina balance. Overall, I'm not really a fan of the design. It feels so simple, it's like GT. When with Sparking, it's really detailed. Look at the detailing. When I say detailed, I mean there's a lot of molded detailing. With this one, there's a lot of flat surface, but it looks good. Definitely, I think this is better than GT in terms of the system. Because again, guys, no matter how ugly the ring is, or the gap that you saw when it's in high mode, the principle of putting the weight at the center and lowering it is actually right. The right decision for Takara Tomy to make better performing Beyblades. Plus the driver, for an attack driver, yeah, this will keep this Beyblade upright, and if it doesn't KO or burst the opponent, it can outspin it. Crazy, right? Pretty OP. Pretty OP, if you're asking me. Probably with the stock combos, this would be in par with Rage Longinus. I said it. I mean, I like Rage Longinus, but from what I've seen, this can go toe-to-toe with Rage Longinus in terms of stock combo. It's very rare to find a Beyblade that is very much competitive in stock combo, so yeah. Okay, so before I continue, I would like to give a shout out to Lawrence Angelo Delfino, and also to Amazing Base and Later John. Thank you for watching my videos. I got this Dynamite Belial from Bay Market from Shopee, and shout out to his son Migo. Thank you for watching my videos. Go buy your Beyblades from Bay Market and Shopee. Link will be in the description down below. He's a really cool seller, very nice person. Thanks for this amazing Beyblade. Now let's continue. About the Longinus attachment, remember, for all the 4 parts to be attached, it has to be on high mode. And upon looking here, the only place where it could be attached is on these 2 slots, or it could be a different armor. Probably Longinus will have the heaviest armor and it will be placed here, or it can snap onto the blade. Yeah, but it will be placed on top, as long as it cannot interfere with the launcher. So I don't think this will be touch when that is connected. It has to be around here. And if you turn this around, when it's in high mode, it looks like it has a single chassis right there, right? One thing I've noticed with the chip, it has these parts right here. I don't know what's the purpose of them, but in high mode, they kind of snug fit there. Like, the blade has molded shape that they would fit in. So they have nothing to do with the Longinus attachment because they're under. On top though, they're like that. Most of the people thought this was metal. I didn't think it was metal when I first saw it, because when I saw the underneath view of the chip, it looked like plastic. So yeah, I knew right away it wasn't metal. And it kind of defeats the purpose of the principle of having a heavier bottom and a light top kind of combination. So they probably wanted the top part of the Beyblade to be light. So yeah, they didn't put metal on it. Now, this is as heavy as Goku and a GT chip. It's around 13 grams. This is as heavy as Wheel. In case you didn't know, if you put them together, 44.4. It's as heavy as a double chassis. So these two combined is as heavy as a double chassis. So do not think that Dynamite Belial is at a disadvantage when battling Superking Beyblades, because it actually has some weight to it. Not only that, it has this system of low center gravity and this driver. making this a very, very good Beyblade. You probably already know you can't put this in low mode. It will not work because it cannot reach the teeth of the chip. In high mode, you can put wheel there. But I think this suits it better. The black blitz from Lord Spriggan. Look at this. Look at this. Boom. Look at that. That is so cool. I mean, it's just going to be like 2 grams lighter compared to this. Let's check. 30.8, 28.9. Just 2 grams, but it's still heavy. There, still 62 grams. Overall, I like it. It looks like a vampire's Beyblade. Well, that's the protagonist's looks as well. So for the test battles, test spins, and other videos related to this Beyblade, stay tuned. I'll make a separate video for that. But yeah, there's so many things to talk about this Beyblade, and I've already taken up so much time. I feel like I haven't even touched everything. So thank you for watching, and take care. Subscribe. Bye.